Hi, my name is Megan and I love makeup. Welcome to my channel. Today I will be doing a full face of makeup and digging into the new Blend Bunny Beauty Below palette, which this will be my third time using it. So I've gotten to know it a little bit and I already love it, and so I can't wait to create another look. I'm hoping to be getting better lighting soon because most of these videos I have to film at night, because that's the only time that I have the time, because I do have 2 toddlers. And my oldest is she has a birthday this weekend, so we are doing lots of party planning things and trying to clean the house up, and pretty busy around here. I cannot wait till this is gone, it's so close. So my daughter's birthday is fairy themed, so we're going all out. We got her a little fairy dress that has wings on the back, and she has this little crown that has like butterflies on it, and we're doing the balloons, and I think that she'll really love it, but she's a toddler, so there's not much that she wouldn't love about a birthday party. We're going a little crazy with blush for this look. I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing yet, but we want it to be mermaidy, and to me, they would have a lot of color on their cheeks. I actually finished my other container of the Jaclyn powder this morning when I did my makeup for the day, and so I'm opening a brand new one right now. This is my last one, so once this one's gone, she's gone forever. If you're watching this, did you ever try anything from Jaclyn Cosmetics? I really loved her products. I owned very many of them, and now, I've used up at least 4 or 5 whole products of hers, including the powder I finished this morning. I've finished, over the last 2 months, 2 of her lip oils, which are one of my favorite lip oil formulas of all time. They're just so simple, like they're not sticky. It's just the perfect lip oil to wear every day, which is what I used it for, which is how I used one a month. But I'm kind of sad that Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics is gone, but I love a lot of other brands too, so I will stick with that, and maybe she'll come back one day. I just bumped something and knocked it over, and then knocked over like 5 more things. It's been a month. Right now you might be saying, but it's only the 5th day of the month, and it has still been a month. I recently lost someone that I was close to, and had to attend their funeral this month, and so it's hit me quite a lot. And, it's never fun to lose somebody, but it just keeps happening, and it'll keep happening until I'm gone. So if you noticed that I skipped my weekly video last week, it is because I was at a funeral the day that I usually do my filming, so I'm gonna try to maybe do an extra one this weekend to make up for it. I forgot to set my under eyes. Whoop, another Jaclyn product. This is the under eye powder quad brightening and setting palette. I don't know, I think this is the lightest one. Does it say? Maybe not? No? Okay. I think this is the lightest one, and still these shades are a little dark for me, but I am pretty pale. I definitely don't think I'm the palest, but I'm pretty pale. And so I try to get a little bit of use out of these sometimes, but sometimes I also use my setting powder to set under the eyes or eyeshadows. I usually use shades Peach or Almond because these are a little too dark for me and a little too yellow, but I still can make them work sometimes. Now I'm going back over that blush with a powder blush this time. If you've seen my latest video, this one I'm panning, and I think I might have to repress it soon because it's getting to be where it's annoying, because this is the size of the brush and that's the size of the pan. I've repressed blushes before. I finished a Kylie Cosmetics blush, one of those big ones, and that one I repressed I think 2 or 3 times before I ended up using it all the way up. And that one was really satisfying to finish because it's, you know, it's got a ton of product in it. I had it, I think, for 4 years at the time that I ended up finishing it completely. And during that time, that was like the only blush that I was using. And it still took me like 4 years. This one is so far, I think, 2 years. And it's been my primary blush. I do use those P. Louise ones, which is what I put on earlier. I use those still pretty often, but it's still mostly this one. Maybe soon. If I look a little crazy at this point, just trust the process, please. This palette needs to be cleaned so bad. See all of that? That's dust from the highlighter. It's so dirty. If you saw my last video, she's still holding on. I've used her like 7 times since then. There's still product in it. I have no idea when this is going to run out. And I just put way too much of that on. Now for the palette. Oh, she's so beautiful. I don't know what I'm going to do. Maybe purple. I feel purple. This is shade Beckon. I think I'm gonna do purple in the middle, pink, and then blue. I think that'll look good. Okay, now I'm using Siren Shriek, which is the pink, and we're putting that in the inner part here, and blending and blending. And now shade Abyss in the outer corner. It is such a deep blue shade. It is stunning, and I have to be careful because it is very dark, so I don't want to put it somewhere that I don't want it to be. I think after I do the eyes, I'm going to put on a different highlighter, maybe one that has pink or purple or blue shimmer in it to really go with the eyes. Now I'm trying to blend it out with the lighter blue shade Watery Grave, very carefully. I usually blend out with even lighter colors than they have in this palette, but obviously this palette is the darker shades out of their mermaidy palette collection, so I will make do. If I can't, I will get Lure out, but we'll see what I can do with this one. Do you have a snack that you eat probably too often? Because I really love eating popcorn, and my favorite one that I found pretty recently is the AMC brand, like movie theater popcorn. I get it from Walmart, but it tastes like exactly like the popcorn that you get in an AMC theater. And I make it too often, but it's just so good. And you know, some days I just can't find something wrong with making it again, even if I just had it, because life is short. But also I'm probably eating it too much. Anyway, if you can't tell, I'm sitting here debating going and making popcorn. I might do it. I was thinking what to do underneath the eye, because I could have just repeated the same colors on top, but I decided to do the blue and keep it really smoky because she is a siren. We're doing sirens. The theme is siren. And I am loving it. Obviously, we're not done yet, and I could mess it up. But for now, I really like the deep tones. And the blue section of this palette is just so beautiful. Blue and purple makeup is my favorite. And if you look at like my Instagram or my past videos, you'll probably see that I choose blue and purple quite a lot because it's just beautiful. I love it. I never get tired of it. I knew when I saw that Blend Bunny was coming out with a new palette that I would love it, even if I didn't end up getting it, which obviously I did, because their formula is just so beautiful, and Beauty Below is a companion palette to Lure, which is one of my favorite palettes, not only from Blend Bunny, but of all time. They are the same size. Beauty Below is heavier since it has magnetic pans in it, but they go together perfectly, and I even have 2 pans in this one. And so here's the inside, if you haven't seen them compared. The inside of Lure, and then the inside of Beauty Below. Gorgeous. And they do also have a palette that goes with those that is multi-chromes called Trove. And this is pricey because these are expensive multi-chrome pigments, but they're stunning. I'm trying to catch the shift. Not doing a good job. There you go. Gorgeous quality. And I'm actually going to be using Lure to blend out the colors I have with the light shades that they have in this palette of the blue, purple, and pink. I think I need to use Seafoam somewhere. This is where I'm putting it. Okay, it's time to add shimmers. I'm going to use the NYX Glitter Primer on my eyes first, and then we're going to put some sparkle on. The first shade I'm going to use is called Pulled Under, and it's the really dark bluish purple. And I'm just putting that right over the darkest part of my eyeshadow here on this outer part. Now I'll be using this purple shimmer called Carnivorous. And I put a tiny bit of the shade Her Prey in the very inner corner. And now I think I need to spice it up a little bit. And I have a lot of options to do that. First, I have 2 shades of the Glisten Cosmetics Chroma Magic in Fairy Dust and Icicles. So I could use those, or I could do some liner. I have this one by Glisten. I'm thinking specifically of that purple shade in the middle, but then we also have these single pots from Glisten in shade Amethyst, which is metallic, or Aluminium, which is a metallic silver. And I could also do white. This one is by Suva Beauty, and she's a little dirty, but she still works. I think I want to do maybe a fishing net, maybe some shells or something. I'm giving myself a lot of chances to ruin this look. First, we are using the purple to do some dots. And I'm trying not to mess it up, but I make no promises. It's hard to get them the correct size when you're going like over a nose in between. I'll try to get them a little more perfect. Okay, I did another little dot down here, and now I'm gonna try to draw a fishing net. I don't know if silver was the way to go, but it's on there, so we're doing it now. I did look up a picture of a fishing net to make sure that I got like the shape of the pattern right. So hopefully I can make it look like what it's supposed to look like. Now I'm adding the little pieces that float that are attached to the net here, here, and here. I hope this looks enough like a net. I think I'm going to use shade Fairy Dust in the Chroma Magic to add a little bit of sparkle. I'm going to do a little bit right here. On both sides. And I think that'll be it, because I don't want to distract too much from the other things I have going on. So, just a little sparkle. Okay, I'm gonna pop on a lash and I'll be right back. And this is the finished look. Thank you for watching. If you watched all the way to the end, leave a mermaid themed emoji. Have a good week.